how the drug business is too big nowadays. The prohibition as well as the unregulated way to manage this situation increases the profit of drug dealers. Legalize the selling, the exportation, the consumption, and the traffic of this type of drugs seems to be a good solution. But would it be the best thing to do?
Okay, good morning. The first thing I will tell you why I'm against of legalization of drugs and marijuana. Well, first of all, our society is not mature to have drugs legalized. Why? Because I think we have like all our opinion on our, I don't know exactly, but for example, when we compare the process of tobacco and marijuana, you can see that tobacco is more expensive than marijuana process, because marijuana process you can make it at home. And then the government, when you make the process at home, the government is not going to have for example, taxes from these things. And then it's going to be versus the society with the government, because they are not going to have a benefit of that. Also, when the legalization of marijuana is going up, the prices is going to be cheaper. And then the addictions persons, it's going to be more persons, because maybe the persons can decide if they are taking drugs or not. But the ways for take it when they are legalized, it's going to be easier, because you are going to see more in the streets, that you are going to see more marijuana in the streets than when they weren't legalized. That is my point of view why the drugs cannot be legalized.
I think marijuana is not a bad plant. It also is a renewable resource and can produce paper, also grows quickly, naturally resists disease, and thrives in the most climates and achieves the soil in ground. It serves for different kind of foods and for products of cosmetics, and that's about the crimes in the city. If the marijuana is legalized, the crimes will be changed and don't have to be disturbed of that kind of things. The tax will benefit our government and the economy, and the scientists realize that marijuana has a therapeutic value, and it serves for analgesics and stomach disease and some stuff like that. And persons who suffer from pain and cancer can use that for don't feel bad anymore. And something research realized that marijuana serves for cure the cancer. That's it.
Well, I agree that marijuana has many medical facts, but also you can have more medical facts in other products, not just in marijuana. Also, what our children are going to grow up thinking that marijuana is legalized. They are going to be curiously or thinking about what the marijuana feelings can make it on you, and also what's going on with the narcotraffic sellers or something like that. Like, they are not going to have more job or something like that.
Nobody made you use marijuana, and also the narcotraffic will stop, because this, if this will be legalized, don't have to be narcotraffic. Will be in some places and pay taxes, etc.
But well, if the narcotraffics are not working anymore with marijuana, what they are going to do? they are going to be kidnappers or something like that, because they are not going, they don't have one professional stuff to work on it. It's like, but if they are going to be, they are not going to be working on supermarkets or something like that.
Exist.
You have to think about it also.
Many kinds of drugs, not only marijuana.
Abortion. This fact is defined as the removal of an embryo or fetus from the uterus through various surgical methods in order to end a pregnancy, especially during the first 6 months of the gestation. The question here is if it should be legal or not. If is it good for a civilized society to allow to kill babies or human beings, or is it better to let the people die for surgical reasons?
Okay, I'm in favor of legalization of abortion. Let me start with the definition of fetus. It's the onward offspring in the embryonic period in humans from 8 weeks after fertilization on to birth. It's called an embryo from conceived to 8 weeks of gestation. As you can see, it's not a child, so you're not aborting a child. A fetus is not a person, so it can have rights protecting from abortion. A person has conscience, at least the capacity to feel pain, reasoning, self-motivation, the ability to communicate on many possible topics, and self-awareness. A fetus doesn't have this. So, as it's not a person yet, the potential of fetus to become a person is sufficient. Giving rights to the unborn children takes rights away from the mothers. The mothers has the right to decide if she wants to be a mother. The government can force a woman to be a mother. It is just for the mother to abort fetus to save herself in such cases of medical emergency. And in the interest of saving a woman's life, surely it is permissible to abort the fetus. Adoption can be as much as emotionally damaging as abortion. Legal abortions are safer than the black market abortion because it takes care better. Adoption does not support a woman. The pain, risk, sugar can be as emotionally damaging as abortion. The woman does not want to abortion. It is only the last bad alternative.
Okay, I'm completely against abortion. The first reason is because since the first day, well, actually exists the Plan B. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but this give you like around 36 or 72 hours. That's when the organism, whatever you have inside, it's already starting to live. If you take more than 36 or 72 hours, it's already a human being, even if it's not complete. And I believe that if you don't want to get pregnant, then take care of yourself. There's a lot of anti-conceptives that you can use for this. I mean, I know everybody has the right, I mean, all women have the right to decide whether they want to have the baby or not. But if you don't want to have babies, then take care of yourself. Plus, I don't think legalizing abortion I don't think it should be illegal, because when they found it's easy to just have an abortion, just go ahead and have an abortion, they're going to get pregnant and do it 1, 2, or 3 times. They're going to keep doing it because it's easy. For example, in California, it's legal. And I know for a fact that when there's girls, even if they're like 17, 16, they can just go to any clinic and they find out they're pregnant. They give you the options. They're like, oh, you want to have the baby, or you want to have an abortion. You know, there's already an option, and I don't think that should be an option. I don't think murder is an option. I don't think you should kill a baby.
Well,
one minute each.
okay, if you go by that it's life, so does a lion has life. So does another human has life. And you are allowed to kill them for self-defense. You can, we can give full human rights to sperm or eggs because they're not human. So it will make sense that people gain human rights gradually until they're born. And about taking precautions. When the woman is raped, she cannot decide on protection or precaution to not get pregnant. So she must have the right to decide if she wants to be a mother also. And if not legalizing the abortion, it makes poor woman you're denying the choice, you're denying, you're separating for economic reasons. And it's better to regret not having a child than having one, because it's worse for the child.
Well, I think, like you said, it's not self-defense. I mean, the baby's not gonna kill you. You're killing the baby, so it shouldn't be like self-defense, like you're saying. I don't think it's the same thing. Because I mean, the child didn't ask you to be born, didn't ask you to like go ahead and have sex and get pregnant. He wasn't the one that told you that. So why would he be killed? Just because you had sex and you're too young? I don't think that's right. Plus, I'm thinking, like you were saying, like they have the right to choose whether they want to have the baby or not. Well, you do have the right to have sex or not. But why would you have sex? You know you could get pregnant. So why would you have sex if you don't want to have a baby? So I think you should be an abstinence or something. But your point?
You have a few seconds.
Oh. Plus, I think, well, I was reading actually, and there's a lot of statements that said that when people like I'm gonna keep going to California. It's already legalized right there. And then they said that since 1973, I believe, they legalized it, and then since then, the rate of teenagers' pregnancies increased, like way more. Well.
Okay, thank you.
Same-sex couple equal rights. It has been a long time since the problem has been questioned. People who have been living a different kind of living in their life still haven't get all the civil rights yet, and only for their sexual preferences. Is it not a cruel act of discrimination made by the society majority from the religious way of thinking, or is it just a justified way to protect the integrity of the society?
I'm in favor about respecting the same-sex couple. That is a couple of only girls or men. The reason is simple. First of all, they are also human beings like the rest of us. So we need to respect them just for that reason and not deny them of any right. Secondly, some people say that they shouldn't be able to adopt a baby. This mainly in men couples, because they might teach him or her to be homosexual. But all we have to do is see around us and find how many heterosexual couples have homosexual children, so you cannot say that that part is taught or learned. On the other hand, if man can have a concubine and she can have legal rights, why same-gender couples cannot enjoy that privilege too? Like to fight for inheriting the wealth of each other in case of one death. In case of the heterosexual couples, they have a privilege for if they want to buy a property or something like that, they have a present? I don't know. Hello. Because they married, but the same-sex couple are not married and they don't have that priority.
Alright, addressing those. I am against same-sex couples getting married or having adoption, adopting babies. About getting married. Being in love does not necessarily mean you have to get married. You can prove it other ways. That is just a whim. Marriage is supposed to be with the sole purpose of having children, which they cannot do. So if they can't procreate children, why would they even want to get married in the first place? That is just pointless. Also, we might lose the whole idea of marriage. We might end up taking it not too seriously. What if later kids want to get married? They're people too. They're in love. They can get married, right? No. Children are not supposed to get married either. How about people who want to get married with other children, or people who want to get married with inanimate objects? Are we going to do that too? Or people of polygamy, people who want to get married with other people? Thrice? Triple marriage? No. Also, about adoption, there is no precedence. We don't know how that's going to work out. How about if society keeps on going like this? We don't know how children are going to turn out. We have no idea. Do we really want to experiment that on children? Children have no fault if they're adopting them. If same-sex couples are adopting, then children doesn't have anything to do with that. So we don't want to experiment on children. Also, unfamiliarity breeds fear and exclusion. We fear and exclude the things that we don't know. That's what will happen with these kids. They will be feared and rejected from society. Thank you.
I'm not in adoption. I know, but the children, they don't have the fault, but I don't know. I just say, but the father, they express to her sons in that case that they have two fathers or two mothers. They I don't know. I forgot.
So on that topic, I don't think society is ready yet for couples of the same sex to have the same rights as straight couples. Society is just not ready. About 70% of Mexican population, we are an extremely macho country. We do not agree on that. We do not think society is ready. It's like when slavery, they spent years and years fighting for their rights. Homosexual and lesbian couples also have to fight for their rights. And maybe they will be granted someday, but not just yet. Thank you.
I don't think I have to answer that.
I need answers.
You want answers?
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth!